Hi guys, Kelly here. Just trying to do a quick run through of the main puzzle. Having some trouble though. I don't know why it keeps stopping recording. This is my third time doing it. But anyway, I wanted to thank you guys for the extra time on the puzzle. I think it made the puzzle that much better. Extending from December into January, and I'm sorry for the extra week. Just I wanted it to be perfect. There's still one or two little things I'd like to fix up that are mainly artistic things, but the puzzle itself is fine. Uh, anyway, the way the puzzle starts out, probably after the event that Jagger will do the weekend of tour this weekend, I think, he will give out this YouTube address. And this YouTube address is my best effort at trying to turn a Name That Tune event in Discord into more of something that we don't have to try and figure out how to make audio line up with bot powered timed answers and a million people typing in at the same time and stuff like that. We had a lot of trouble. Well, I had a lot of trouble trying to get that working, and I know Jagger was trying to figure it out too. So anyway, this is my best answer to that, I think. So they start on YouTube. I'll let you watch a little bit of it quick.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to everyone's favorite music game show, Tasty Licks. The show where you get to name that riff and check out the rehashed rhymes. The tour team's performance in the last two rounds have unlocked...
Basically, you can see it's a cheesy-looking game show kind of frequency hops into the music channel that you're watching already is the idea. And the game show itself, there's some hints in later on here. There's some glitches. I don't know if I can find one quickly. Let's see. Oh, not there. But after it says clues, oh, come on. It'd be nice if I could find one fast for you. But they're only like a frame or two usually, but you'll see a word come up. It's how I did it in the end of the second teaser video that we did too, where the kind of Rebus Mad Lib thing came up at the very end to say the site they're supposed to go to, but only for a frame or two in the video. The same thing happens here. I have found them before on YouTube, so I know you can find them. I'm just a little short of time. But anyway, so what happens is you jump ahead, or if I jump ahead here, I've made it name that tune. You can kind of see here. Of course, with the band hints on up here, Opal Jelly being, of course, Pearl Jam, and that's the song Even Flow. The hints in the glitches actually say first letter in title. The title is Even Flow, so the first letter would be E. And as you go through each step, it actually will spell out edwolfemail.com. Without the dot, but people should be able to figure out that it's .com. So edwolfemail.com, which will then take you to this site. I know this one has an S on the end, but I had a lot of website trouble thanks to GoDaddy and their terrible customer service. But I moved to another one, and it actually will still forward to this site and just add the S on. But anyway, so what's happening here is this is kind of the, I guess, technically second step, but it's the first step on the sites. Of course, it says the hunt begins. I'll give you a little taste of what the videos are on the site so you can see what they are. Each one has its own music. They're all kind of inspired by famous songs, whereas the very first one, though, is very important in the puzzle itself. So anyway, here we go. Oh, I'll jump ahead a bit. It's got a slow start. Okay, so you can hear there's music in the background. There's a video playing. Right now there's no crowd down in the concert at all. But this is Jagger mailing everybody. He got a mail from Ed Wolf, and he needs help trying to figure out some last-minute stuff from the headlining band. and he's saying stuff. Backstage writers are notorious, no brown M&Ms and stuff like that, Van Halen-y stuff. Anyway, he's asking for help because he's not in the green room. Please help us out. That's kind of the start of this story. As you go through, he will send you Ed Wolf's email. And Ed Wolf always says homie. That's kind of a little bit important later. But anyway, Ed Wolf's emails are always direct. He's relaying what he gets from the headliners. Last minute thing from You Know Who. Kind of one of the other little things that I put in a little bit later. In the headliners, not sure important how it is, but the bands need to know who the alternate is in the pool game. Doesn't know why it's important, but it is. Each Ed Wolf mail that gets sent to you has another hint in it that's not necessary, but it will make the step easier. For example, this one says anagram fun down the left side. So anyway, as you go ahead in this one, sorry, I'll jump ahead here. It always tells you go down to the button, click the button to do the next thing, whatever the next step is. So here it is, you're looking at the board. Oh, okay, I need to find out who's the alternate player. The story is these are two teams that are made up of band members. One band has more members than the other. One has 5, one has 4, of course. So there's an alternate. These are very famous bands, and each name is actually an anagram of the members of each band. It's actually the Stones and the Beatles. So hopefully it'll be easy to figure out once they start doing anagram fun. And they'll figure out that, of course, the Beatles only had 4 members, and this guy is extra. Funny enough, his nickname is Fab, which kind of leads into the Beatles. Anyway, so you click to mail Jagger the answer. If you put in his name here, so it should be all automatic. Sorry, it's hard to type with one hand here. And then enter. You get another little bit from Jagger. Yeah, musicians have often used pseudonyms to hide their true identity. Anonymity has some benefits. Anyway, good job and thanks. You can go back to the concert. The opening acts have started now. Now that whole idea of pseudonyms comes into the main story too a bit, because really You Know Who and the other of the You Know twins is You Know Me. They're actually kind of my analogs of U2. For the story, but you're the headliners, of course, in the band. More band-related talk. But you go to step 2 kind of here, and each starting screen will show you kind of where you're looking. The next one is actually on this board here, which is why you're looking this way. Again, video. Each video that comes up on the screen often will have the artist and name of the song. It's usually an anagram or a joke or a nickname or something like that, again, of the band, so hopefully interesting for people anyway. You can see the concert crowds there. There's lights and stuff happening now. It's still day, well, kind of sunset-ish time in this one. Again, you get a mail from Jagger. Man, you guys crushed that last task. Thanks. The headliners have a knack for stumping promoters and producers. And it says they left some kind of puzzle in the green room. It's on the bulletin board. A little bit of extra help. Jagger always helps a bit. Then he sends Ed's mail again. Here, really the slant on this makes it tough as the first line, and that gives them a little hint that his secret in this one is actually on a slant. So if you do letter number 1, letter number 2, letter number 3, letter number 4, and so forth, it says rebus madlib, which means like picture-based kind of madlib, where you sound it out and it actually sounds like other words and stuff. But anyway, so Ed is always giving his little bit of help. This one, Jagger actually has a little thing at the end. He just says, looks trickier. It's just hopefully to set people up that you might get more than 2 mails in each video, so make sure you watch the whole video. And at the end of this video, you can actually see the puzzle on the bulletin board. This one, it said that the reading left to right is correct, but the pictures can be jumbled in a single column. So for example, it might not be this, then this, then this, then this, then this. You might have to go up or down, but you still only read one from each column. And this one, of course, there's 5 things. It's a movie that the band wants in the green room. And these are all movies, titles. And the one they want is the one that's paraphrased. So it's not the actual movie or the movie title. But it's something that has the same meaning. The answer to this one is this is a lumbar puncture. This is a lumbar puncture. Of course, this is spinal tap. The other ones are all kind of also interesting, hopefully. But you put this in and you put in the real title. This is spinal tap. Hold on, I gotta type. And you get, of course, I should have known. Anyway, thanks again. With any luck, that's the last of the requests, and you can enjoy the rest of the show. Keep on rocking. So you go back. Now, this is a very important step, I think, for Tor and Tor members, and hopefully new people who come to Tor. Mainly because this one you actually have to know some of the lore of Tor, as I said in one of the earlier mails or chats we did or whatever. You need to use the Tors on the back wall. Just another quick look, new song, new video, etc. So yeah, Jagger saying, yes, it got another message from the band and he's blowing a fuse. They rearranged the Tors on the back wall to hide some kind of secret thing. Something about using the albums and rock history years. Jagger has a little extra information. Technically, it isn't a haiku, it's a tanka, which people go, what? Some people maybe. Anyway, so you look in here and Ed says, I'm out. This is the mail they sent this time. How can I be expected to solve this? This one, the hint that Ed Wolf is giving, I don't know if you noticed, but everything's now right justified over here. Not this part, but this part. But that's the hint. Check the right side this time. And here, if you read it out, it's WEBSITE, website. So this one is actually a very important one for security too, because if someone can hack this site, they might be, if it was all in this site, they could probably get right to the end. But this one, they actually have to solve this to know to go to a new website to do the rest. So I'm hoping this will kind of put, stop someone in their tracks that's trying to just hack the whole thing. But anyway, the hint here is this haiku. It's actually a tanka. Backwall Tours the rub. Only minted Tours albums. Rock News Connexi. Years summed to single digit. Inspired by gives blind sight. Of course, you're looking for a website, so site spelled wrong. Lots of little anagrams and things hidden in here too. Still, I guess I never explained. Ed Wolf email is actually an anagram of Willem Dafoe, because he's kind of the unofficial mascot of Tor, it seems, in our Discord. But anyway, the hint here is supposed to tell you that you're using the inspiration albums for the Tor albums. And it says here only minted Tors albums. What that means is it's appeared a few times in Discord. People have mentioned that ghost pics have not appeared over only 2 of the albums in all the minted Volume 1 Tors. And that is Rosé, which is over on this side, and I believe it's called Salvation, the Stairway album. So I made those 2 using Cam's wonderful artwork. So those ones were never minted, so we know don't use those. Only minted Tors albums. So if you use those, and the sum to single digit thing is a math term. If you take the digits and add them all up and keep adding up the digits until you get down to a single digit, it's useful in math sometimes and in codes often. For example, 1975. You'd add 1 plus 9 plus 7 plus 5 would give you 22, and then you still have 2 digits, so you have to add those, and you get down to 4, of course. So 4 would be the single digit sum for 1975. Anyway, that digit tells you which letter to use in the Inspired By album. So, for example, if the album is The Dark Side of the Moon, and the rock history year is 1975, then you would be using the D from dark. THED. D is the 4th letter. That's how this one works. And it gives you a new website. And the website is dumbsaint.art. I guess I haven't shown you something first. I'll show you quickly. There is a main image, and there's actually two of them that people can look at to look closely at things with the magnifier and all that. These are huge files, so it takes a bit to load. So I put little things up at the top here like, whoa, dude, things looking a little hazy. Don't go too hard before the band arrives. Things will clear up soon, man. Takes time to load fully as a hint, of course. So you look around, you can look around the image and see all the hidden little bits. Hopefully some stuff will throw people off a bit and some stuff will be like, aha moments and things like that. But there should be a lot of hidden things in here that will make people interested. Anyway, so once you get the next site, you go to the next site and it comes to here. This one is the kind of second part of the thing. You've had 4 videos so far, and I believe there's 4, maybe 5 more, including the big finale video. Lots of little things, again, anagrams here. Misleading fly is I'm dying fellas. The Pop Nationals is actually Platoon Thespian, of course, Willem Dafoe, hidden in this stuff. But as you play this one, again, new video, new crowd stuff, new song, sorry, this kind of thing. So Jagger's thing in this one is, he says, I think Ed reached his limit. Ed's going crazy, kind of, as Willem Dafoe often looks. But anyway, this one is a magazine that they left in the room. And when you get the mail from Ed, this one, any letter that is the wrong case, if you collect those, for example, the F should be small, so it's F, and this I should be big, so I, so F-I. The B should be small, so B. If you get all of those, it says Fibonacci, which is another little hint. It says here, a band whose name is inside your company's name, of course, Tool in Tools of Rock, has a song inspired by Leonardo Bigolo Paisano, that's the real name of Fibonacci. And that'll help you on page 21. When you know the clue, his letters will help you later. When you know the clue, let us know what it is. The second part of that is, as well, page 20 may help you in the future. This is another hint for future parts of the puzzle. Music theory never hurt anyone. It'll help you later. This is just a joke about Willem Dafoe Ed thing. So he says, I know this is stressing you out, Ed, but don't let it make you lose the Smile Man. Of course, that famous meme from him in the maybe back of a cab or something, laughing hysterically, looking crazy, is called the Smile Man. As well, keep smiling. You know me. Anyway, so this last little bit is actually another anagram too. I don't know if people pick it up, but it's a look ahead. Anyway, as you go through here, you can see the magazine. This magazine, on the right side is page 21. That's the one that they're supposed to use for this step in the puzzle. It's a Fibonacci sequence. If you know Fibonacci, it's 1, 1, 2, 3, 5, 8, 13, 21, and so on. But the band Tool, in their song Lateralis, which is spelt normally with this particular font, is known as being the Fibonacci song. And they go up to 13 and then come back down, which is kind of what you're doing here. So you pick the first letter, the second letter, the third letter, the fifth letter, the eighth letter, the 13th letter, and so on and so forth, and you get the word transcription. Transcription, of course, is music written down. So that's the future hint for this one. Transcription will help you in the future. Okay, and once you put in transcription, Jagger says, I wonder how we can use that later on. This band's slowly bringing us more into our wheelhouse, music, how we enjoy it, famous bands, music movies, albums, history, and now we got music magazines. So anyway, he's saying they're not here yet, so there might be more, so I'll keep you posted. The next one, you can see now things are starting to change. They're scaffolding up, the logo's down, which is, of course, the changeover to the new branding. But there is something hidden behind there too. These things will come up in a minute. You'll get to see what those are all about too. You've actually seen them in a few things. I'd never really pointed them out because some people are going to notice them and some are not. But anyway, as we go on, again, new song, new video. Anyway, as you can see, that's actually from the original game show thing too, the opal jelly joke thing. But anyway, so Jagger's saying, poor guy about Ed. Got another one. This one you have to go back to the blackboard, the billiard board, and use the same technique to find the key. And it says they're trusting Ed to be honorable too and not skip the next part. But really, they just want the key. So also, Kilroy said something important. That's kind of important because you can kind of jump ahead, but if you do, you will miss out on something that's very helpful at the end. So I don't know if that's kind of interesting. People might have to jump back and redo this step to make it easier at the end. Anyway, Ed's hint in this one, he says, I send a sigh for you, homie. Cipher, of course, being a code thing, code word. Ciphers are used to figure out how codes or how a code encodes the message. But anyway, now Ed, back to the drawing board. Use the same skill as you did in step one, but on the title in white, you'll find a key that is in many spots in your green room. You only need to mail us that key, but please play fair doing the rest of this step. You will use the key with all the strings of letters hidden around the room. That's these ones that you might have noticed behind the old logo. Their order is hidden within them. So remove the order hints and please play fair. That play fair is the big hint. It comes up twice here, and this is from You Know Who, and dumb Pulp Fiction reference there. But anyway, as you go on, you get to look at the billiard board again, and the title in white, of course, is here, Mr. Manager's Final Tuesday Starter. If you anagram this, which is the same thing you did for the first step, all these names, you get, hold on a second, surnames, first letters. Or use something like that. I actually forget right now. I did this so long ago. But anyway, you get surnames, first letters, and you get KTSEICRONU. If you put all those together and find a good anagram, the best one is Rock Unites. Rock Unites happens to be all over this room in different places in different ways. For example, truck noise is an anagram of Rock Unites. Here it says Rock Unites. On the board here it says Raw in this font, and then Q Nights here, Raw Q Nights. As well, Sicken Tour is another anagram of Rock Unites. It's in a lot of places around this particular puzzle. So hopefully people will recognize, oh, that's the one they want. Okay, so you mail Jagger the key. Rock. Sorry, gotta type it in with one hand here. Rock Unites. And so they just wanted the key. Wonder why they mentioned all those messed up letters and stuff. Anyway, he says a little bit, it's getting a little bit more into Tor related stuff. He's saying, we got all this great art and stuff like that, but really Rock Unites is why we're all together here. A little cheesy maybe. Sorry, Jagger. I hope I hope I'm not overstating your cheesiness. But anyway, next you go to the last of the opening acts. Now this one, of course, looks at page and plant. These two things here in the middle, basically. This one, okay, again, new music, new video. This one's all kind of psychedelia type stuff. But anyway, how'd you get that last one? I'm starting to guess that Ed might be in on the whole thing. He noticed the hidden message anagram fun. Don't know how I missed it. But anyway, the headliners go on soon, so we got to hurry up and get this figured. This time, Ed just mails, hey homie, from You Know Me. You need to be sharp on this one to see what the answer is. The author of that music theory lesson, sorry I never pointed that out before, but in the magazine there's a music theory lesson by Paige Plant about the B sharp major scale. And it shows the steps, and that's very important. Handy in finding your next step. You've followed all our steps so far, so now you need to use all the skills you've learned on this hunt to solve the last one, but no need to play fair on this one, so you don't have to use the play fair code that I mentioned before. So, this letter continues from You Know Me. It's always about the music, but how it connects us is also really important. To that end, you must grok the melody and use it to see how the music connects all the tour members. Ed here is saying, good luck. This little anagram before his name is saying, you got me, or did you? Something like that. And there's a PS here that's another little bit of help. The right performer with the right song can give it even greater meaning. So what happens is at the end you go to, oh sorry, I forgot. Jagger has a little bit at the end here. Oops. Oh, it keeps disappearing. There we go. So he's saying you guys have been great. We couldn't have pulled it off without all of you, Discord community, roadies, security team advisors, all members of the tour band, kind of thing. And the headliners pulled up, so hurry, kind of thing. So you grok the music, means, of course, look at the music. This is the page by the plant, of course. And when this one's fully loaded, it also has a magnifier too. You can look more closely if you wish. I don't know if you need to. You can still kind of read it. But the whole performers being very important with the right song. New Haters is an anagram of the answer, and Itching Eel is an anagram of the ceiling. As well, this adapted from Sure by Tom S. Reeves harkens back to the original teaser video that had Ruse by Steve Morse. But anyway, I just like to hide little interesting bits in here and there for people to look at. Some people enjoy it, judging by some of the other little things that I've been invited into about the puzzle. But anyway, the way this works is the B sharp scale in the magazine tells you this is the root note or the first note, number one note. This would be the second note. The space just below this line would be the third note. On the line would be the fourth note. Like this one here's a third note. This one would be a fourth note. This would be a fifth note, sixth note, and so on. So basically, you're looking for numbers. This would be 6, 2, 1, 5, 3, 5, 4, 2, and so on. And this melody, grokking the melody, you're finding those numbers. And it's repeated 4 times on this sheet and in the song. So you're using those numbers with the ceiling. Now the ceiling, and this is the main puzzle, from the second site, which you can see now has the new logo as well. But if you look at the ceiling, it says Tools of Rock. Way up high on the ceiling, it has a bunch of members from the Discord. These are all the higher level members or people with higher tiers anyway, all the way across, all the way down to little old me at the end. And what you're doing is you're taking the number of the letter in each name, starting at the beginning, and as you figure out each letter, you put it all together, and it spells out the answer that you're looking for. So this answer that you're looking for, another hint is this final song has the answer to why Ed keeps showing up in the tour Discord. And this one, just use lowercase and no punctuation just to make it easier to input. And the final answer here is Rock Chat truly unites us, homie. That's where the homie comes in. I needed that homie for the next step. But Rock Chat truly unites us, homie. So if you put that in, hold on, I'll type it in quick. Sorry, it didn't work. Hold on. Okay, there it goes. Jagger says it sure does. And we all make that happen. Thanks for the reminder, Ed. Anyway, let's get back to the show. The headliners are finally starting. So here we go. The headliners, Itching Eel. Oh, wait a second. It's the song we just read with their new hit single, New Haters. We Are Music presents Gods of Rock concert series, etc. Of course, you can see New Haters just switched to the answer here, and it says here in B sharp with a little winking guy. Anyway, okay, so Jagger's talking to everybody now, saying good job kind of thing. Wow, you got it. I knew I could count on you. Thank you so much. Headliners are on stage. I got one more quick email from Ed Wolf before they went on. I'll forward it again. We have some great things in store for this year. As you've seen, we started off with a more all-genre inclusive rebranding. We even had to change the green room to match. When are these great things going to happen? All I can say is soon, as Jagger always says, right? So he forwards the mail, and Ed Wolf says, "Okay, rockers, one last hidden hint in my email." So he's talking directly to the rockers now. We find ourselves back at the beginning song. This is the same song that they heard at the very beginning, the first screen on the original website, the Ed Wolf email website. The first song you heard on this hunt was like a single lodestone pointing you in the right direction. As Up saying, the song remains the same. It may be cheesy, but rock has really united us, and we're a family now, homie. Ha! Congratulations on finding the answer before we went on stage. In every great concert, the band comes out again to play an encore. In this case, we have a small encore for you. The final answer that you found is actually an even deeper statement about music when fully decoded. Now, this little tiny bit darker, a single lodestone, is also an anagram of Desolation Angels, which is a hint that it's a Kerouac thing. I never explained it really clearly before, but you'll see it in a minute here. Says, if you did play fair when we asked you to, this encore will be a lot easier. That play fair thing was if you use the play fair cipher using Rock Unites as the key, which was the key they sent, you would find that the message, that was on all those jumbled letter things that you see around here. I'll jump over here and you can hopefully see there's one here, for example. There was one in the magazine. There was one up over here. Once you put all those together, and if you use the Rock Unites key with a play fair cipher, you would find an extra hint that's not necessary, but it would make the last step a lot easier. That extra hint is Kerouac, meaning Jack Kerouac. If you take his name out, it makes a lot easier, because the final statement is actually a statement by Jack Kerouac. He says, if you did play fair when we asked you to, this encore will be a lot easier. In fact, it should be like every great encore song. It should remind you of why you fell in love with the band and their magic. Of course, you guys are a band, so you guys got some magic here too. And hopefully this whole thing will remind you why people love Tor. He also gives away the little, I believe, JJ and Jagger, have something for the first person or people to find the answer. So do your best and good luck. If you're quick, we may still be on stage or playing in the pool tourney or watching our fave music movie, etc. Some of the stuff from the past steps. But me or I will get back to you, to borrow me's line, soon. Me and with help from Ed. I guess technically I'm kind of Ed in this case then, even though it's supposed to be Willem Dafoe. So thank you from everyone at Tor. The encore answer is, and an even deeper statement about music here. We don't need the writer, so we don't need Kerouac. You just want to put in his statement. Now, that rock chat truly unites us, homie. If you take out the letters for the name Kerouac, it's actually an anagram of one of his quotes about music. And that quote is, the only truth is music. Now, that is the final answer here. So when you put that in, you get a final video. Of course, it still looks the same, except the answer is written here. And just a quick message at the bottom is, great work. You made it to the end of the hunt. Make sure to watch to the end of the video above to do what it says, and do what it says. Thank you from Jagger, JJ Lane, and the Tor team. So you watch the video. Okay, I made up a music video using some of the imagery and things. Lots of the spacesuits, because that came out. Kind of spacesuits, people all separate, and then the main thing comes in and it's rock concerts. I won't bore you with the whole thing, unless you really want to see it, I guess. Hopefully it'll load here. I'm trying to get ahead to where it starts to load. Of course, this part here is where it kicks in. Somebody hits the escape key and they end up in a concert. And it's the same song that was done at the beginning. This one doesn't have the melody until it kicks in a little bit later. and then I took a bunch of stuff from the main, the hype videos that you guys, or Cam maybe made, or you guys together, I'm not sure, and put it in, because it's just such great imagery. Stuff from the years. At the end, it has the big thank yous, kind of spiel at the end. Or not spiel, but this part. And the big finale has, of course, the address that you would go to in order to see if you're the first person to finish. And thank goodness Discord will take care of lining them up in order. So that's kind of the whole puzzle. Sorry, that took a heck of a lot longer than I was hoping, but I tried to put as much in as I could. There's still a ton of stuff hidden in the puzzle that you guys can use for, I don't know if you want to do other giveaways or separate stuff. There's the alter egos in the back. Sorry, I guess I can kind of show you this as I go through. In the back, there's alter ego stuff. There's only one that's the same person. There's the demigods. The names and the lines that come in brackets after are all Jimi Hendrix songs, anagrams. What else? Stuff like this guitar. Of course, everybody's going to say, "Oh, it's Hendrix's guitar," but actually, it's not Hendrix's guitar. It's Eric Clapton's guitar. And this is an anagram of Jimi Hendrix, not. Whereas everyone else has a hint that will give you, like Heavy Axe for a Smoocher. Of course, that's Gene Simmons' Kiss bass, right? Things like that. Starkey and Bunch is Richard Starkey. Of course, Ringo Starr. That's his signed snare drum, etc. So there's lots of little things like that as well. What else? The Rock Unite section. These are all the knighted rockers from the Tour Volume 1 collection in, again, anagram form, with Sir included, so they end up a little different than some of the ones that ended up on here. I don't know if that's something you guys could use for something. All of these stickers are kind of funny. Kids and ADHD and all that kind of stuff. All these little black parts, the black writing, I mean, sorry, is all little things to do with who the instrument comes from. There's all these quotes. Most of them are from rockers, but not all of them. Some of them are kind of joke ones. This one says "No exit." Jim Morrison paraphrased. Of course, nobody gets out of here alive, and he's saying "Whoa, stop," kind of thing. What else? Like real music isn't on the radio is kind of light in there, but it shows up. I don't know. This "Gonna Die Happy" thing was just like, because this particular quote is "Rock and roll is poison put to sound" by Pablo Casals, and so this guy's like, "Yep, gonna die happy," that kind of thing. As well, thank goodness to Flags and Cam both gave me some of their other art to use in posters. Very nice of them. There's one of Cam's artworks in behind that poster. These are the winners, and I think I also put the holy shitters in there from the band Battle of the Bands that you guys did. Down here, this is Flags Rockstar, and this is, find a new front man for the band. The Sicken Tour poster, all of these band names are anagrams of famous bands. I found actually really interesting that No Selling Tours is a perfect anagram of Rolling Stones. So that's kind of funny. Anyway, lots of little things hidden. I hope if you guys want, I can, work out things myself to do for those, and we can find a way to either use them or just leave them up or give little hints on Twitter or whatever you guys want. I have a couple of things hidden in here too that I'm going to do extra puzzles for, just in case somebody finds them, just because I love when people notice little details. Anyway, hopefully that's long enough. We're almost, 40 minutes. So hopefully that's a good enough run through. Anyway, thanks guys for this, and I think we should be all ready for the weekend. Okay, talk to you guys soon. See ya.